Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me, boys? Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if you can hear me, chat. Okay. Hold on. That's everyone. I'm live. Hear you. I can. Alright, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream, bro. Nokia Tano, Nokia Brick, welcome to the stream. Benson, welcome to the stream. Chewbacca, welcome to the stream. How you doing, lads? Remember to like the stream. There's 4 of you in here. Get it done, boys. Just doing these announcements, and I've got to check something, and then I'll share that stream, and then we'll be ready to go live. Let me know what you thought of the video I uploaded this morning, boys, because I know all 4 of you in chat watched it. I saw the comments. Not gonna lie, I'm low on energy again today, boys, so if I've sounded a little bit tipsy towards the end of the stream, you'll know why. But I'm sure that'll be okay. Santa Splotchbug, welcome to the stream. Loud and clear. Good video. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. Guy Gamer, welcome to the stream, bro. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Doing a few last adjustments here. There we go. Is Scarif coming Wednesday or Thursday? Well, we're predicting it comes out next week because of, you know, things that are happening. They're going to try and push the update out, but who knows? It may not come next week. It should come next week. But let's see. It was a nice news video. Thank you, man. Alright, guys, I'm going to share out the stream. If you could help me by sharing out the stream, that would be very nicely appreciated. You know? Just finished editing my latest vid. Alright, nice. Pog. Right, you're already in here. Chill back, I didn't mean to send it to you. I just sent it to you by accident. Yeah. I sent it twice to someone. Ugh, that's so annoying. Grandmaster Yeet has arrived for the window. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. How you doing, yo pirate? So good to see you. Yeet man, as I'm sharing out the stream, and Guy Gamer, whilst I'm setting up the stream, I don't know if you guys have checked out my latest video, but go check that out whilst I'm sharing out the stream if you haven't already. News update. Share to Pringle. Alright, bro. If he doesn't come back today or tomorrow, then I might need to swap the mods. Because he's been inactive for a while. I've seen it. Alright, nice. Thank you. Oh my god, it's so tedious sharing out the stream. If anyone knows a way where I can just click and privately send a message to everyone at the same time with the same message, please, I beg you, let me know. Because this is tedious as frick. Oh my god. Has everyone had a good day? Productive, I would say. Tiring though. Definitely tiring. You wouldn't think YouTube is tiring, but it is tiring. Just need to bring up my origin real quick. Yo, what's up? From within the gaming, sorry. Welcome to the stream, bro. What's up, buddy? How you doing? I'm just sharing out the stream. If you could help me by sharing out the stream, that would be greatly appreciated. Boom. So you can probably do that thing where you link like a marker where you send it to everyone. I wish I could. Oh, a macro. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I thought there's no stream Wednesday. Well, there's no real life. Like, I've got no training or anything. I was not going to stream because I feel quite trash, to be honest. I feel quite trash. But, you know, the show must go on for the Splotchalorians, especially when there's double XP and we are grinding Vader. Chat, Vader is my favourite. Mando, probably Vader and Mando are my favourite like characters of Star Wars, but I was watching a lot of Vader stuff today and I was just like, oh, such a beast. So we'll get into some HV gameplay as always. Remember to like up the stream, boys, and share it out. That would be greatly appreciated. Boom. Boom. Ah, boom. Boom. Yeah. Star Wars Geek, welcome to the stream, bro. Hi, Danielle Pirate. So good to see you. Let's put my stream over here on charge. Oh, we got Bespin, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. When you start watching a specific title from Star Wars, you get addicted to them right away. Change my mind. Yeah. Oh, who took Vader? No. Chat, this guy's not gonna give me my Vader. Oh. Like I came on to play as Vader, and I'm not getting my Vader. Turns out I can delete all accounts without having to unsub from anyone. Oh, okay. iOS, welcome to the stream. General Kenobi. Hello there. Especially to watching people eat chicken and rapidly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
The galaxy rejoices. Never before have we seen such an all-star cast of great heroes and vile villains joined together in this, the universe's ultimate showdown.
Alright, that's nice. Well, bro, Zoom the Ninja, you need to use those accounts to like the stream. Otherwise they go inactive and then YouTube delete them. So, they're good to keep. Watch this, I'll get one of them. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not one. Oh. I mean, I was about to use my ability, but, okay. Not a very good start there. Oh god. That's bad. Raphael Games, welcome to the stream, man. How you doing? Do you want to hop on for some HV with me and... Hello? Morning, indeed. Raph, this dude took my Vader. Like, what the heck is that? Somebody actually had the audacity to take my Vader. I'm Zoom. Alright, nice. Yeah, but Guy Gamer, you use your ults to like my videos as well. Because the more likes something has, the easier it is for it to get shared around. So my upload that I did this morning, you can go like that as well. And then come back on. There's Rick and Morty DLC. Ours is complete isolation. Yeah, he's online playing though. By the way, Raph, I believe I've already had the no virus. I believe I've already had it. Panda, welcome to the stream, bro. How you doing, man? So you should do a full squad where everyone just lets you take Vader. Yeah, I know. Not everyone wants to play the game at the moment, and I don't blame them.
Count Dooku is on a royal rampage.
Raph, yeah, I would. Because remember, the outbreak happened in December, and at the same time, 3 of my family members were working at Amazon, and they were working at the imports from other sanctions, such as the Chinese, and that's where they were dealing with a lot of parts that came through that area. So, yeah, but we never got it tested. We just thought it was a really bad cold. We were all sick for longer than a month, Raph. That's why I believe that. Battlefront needs crossplay? Yeah.
All hail the Dark Lord of
Inside your heads. Get that light, like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
That armor, that mask.
It's more than that. Yeah, no, but yeah, that's what I'm saying, Braf. We thought it was just a bad cold, but it wasn't. Like I nearly passed out. My mum couldn't move. I struggled to breathe at times. It felt like I was like very short, like a shortage of breath, if you like. I don't know how to put that. It was really bad.
Lightsaber looks like a child.
But once, isn't it like once you have it once, you're basically immune from it? You see, thousands of people are, yeah, I know. Well, yeah, I know. But you know, it's not that the virus can like, affect you, but not kill you as well. Just because you get it doesn't mean you're gonna die. Like, I get your point though. It's just an assumption. I feel like maybe. Padawan Dinglebars, welcome to the stream, bro. How you doing? But you had the. Well, I think that maybe we did. Well, Raf, you can say nah, but like, when I had the, like, you don't just feel like you're gonna pass out from a cold, and you have a cold for a month. That's just not normal. And 3 members of my family were working for Amazon at the time, which was getting exports from China, where it was first found. So, I mean, who knows? I can nearly withdraw G-Loot. You need to show me how to do it. And also, my G-Loot's not been working.
All hail the Dark Lord of Kill Streak.
I'm dead, yeah. No, maybe not.
The Raging Ren is on a Kylo spree.
But, no, not anymore. Like 2 cents. Oh, nice. No, it didn't, Raf. Time must have gone way quicker than you for you. You've still played nearly every day, what, for like an hour, then got off. You can ask Ghost or Jay. I got kicked off the servers, been inactive so much. It's way longer than that. Yeah, I won't. Well, anyway, even if it wasn't, it was probably the worst cold I've had in my life. Like, I nearly passed out from that. It's the first time where I actually felt like weak to the point where it like, endangered me like that. It's the first time I've ever felt like that. I never really pass out. I don't have issues like that where I'm like shocked by something. Where I'm like, ugh. But that one, that cold, mad. He kind of wants it. Well, yeah, because if you get it and you get over it, I'm pretty sure your body builds like cells where it can defend from it and stuff, or whatever. So, I've also had a really bad cold like that. I mean, maybe so, Raphael, but I'm just saying at the timing.
The dark side doesn't rule you.
Helpless.
Excuse me. There you go. If you get it once,
Perhaps I've
because I'm not sure if you're immune. Yeah, but they say if you get it once. That's what I've been told.
very confident.
I've been every voice inside your head. Zim. Get it on Epic Games, my dudes.
Walk away.
And use my code. I might buy it on Epic Games. By the way, Raph, I got a new microphone coming. Podcast? Question mark?
You'll be given no
Oh, okay, my belly. Yeah, chat, I got a new microphone
Hail
coming.
the Dark Lord of Kill Streaks.
Now die.
Darth Vader, proving once again no one
Is
is
Raphael a
defeated
new,
by a Dark Lord of the
new
Sith.
ref? And yeah, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I talk, I'm like this a lot. And you can hear me breathing. So hopefully the new microphone condenses it and it fixes that sounding. Because especially in like commentaries, I can hear myself going because the microphone is so close to my mouth. but I'm not breathing that loud, but because the microphone's like right next to me, it sounds like that, you know? So hopefully it's going to improve that. It's a pretty good price for the mic. Apparently it has the same quality sound as the Blue Yeti, and it's half the price of it. So I was like, yep, gotta get that. I've been every voice inside your head. Yeah, sorry. Mauricio, rip the big man. Yeah, I did Guy Gamer. And if you like I said, if you do get that and you want to do that, that would be nice. Hey bud, what's up buddy? Random dude, welcome to the stream. Wizard 69, welcome to the stream bro. What's up man? How you doing man? Remember to like the stream, and if anyone hasn't checked my news update video, you can go have a look at that. It's performing actually pretty decently.
Hello there.
I don't have my, oh I do.
Sit rolls are my speciality.
Never has evil
There we
been
go.
humiliated so quickly.
I just want to play as Vader to be honest. I kind of want to play co-op, but I want to play the hero to hero combat with Vader. Oh, he got away. I'd rather buy it on sale. Okay man, buy it on sale then. I just donate the rest of the money. Oh yeah, that's a shout. Yeah, do that. Because the Epic Games man, actually can't, I don't have control of that. Whereas the, yeah. Do that then. If you're trying to support it, yeah. Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. Cause, yeah, Vader's a beast, yeah. One of my favorite heroes in Star Wars. Does anyone know where I can buy a good lightsaber from? Like a good quality lightsaber. Like, it doesn't matter about the hilt. It can be silver and have like a red like blade. Just something like a good quality. Like lightsaber. Welcome to the stream, indeed. It changes color. No, not one that changes color. I don't want to change the color. It's just I just want one that has like a solid. I want like a red lightsaber, solid color, silver hilt, black hilt, doesn't matter. One that's good. I don't know if you buy new batteries for them or whatever, but just good solid lightsaber. Because I want to get one, because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to actually practice combat, like stick fighting combat. Like just in my room or something, like just like fucking, I don't know, I feel like that'd be kind of sick. Imagine you get burgled and I'm sitting there smacking some dude with a lightsaber and daggering him in the eye. An absolute beast. I don't know if I need an app for a lightsaber, but... choice, Boba. I'll just keep chasing him.
I've seen tons of guys like Lucky, Master Windu wouldn't be as gentle.
He's above me. Yuki are
Our forces will make short work of you.
Yeah, they probably could. Yeah, I know. was guy.
Hang of it.
All this bulwark is wrong. Yeah, sorry, it's gone up like crazy. Do you have no school too, chat? I'm not at school. I left school at 15 years old.
Get up on my account.
To do YouTube. Yeah, we did. Yeah, the whole of Europe did. Really. Crazy scenes, innit? I don't have skill yet. I don't have skill. You gotta go for half an hour. What the? It's a long time. Alright, man.
That Jedi is skywalking over the competition. Your domination is not as complete as you think. Still halfway to go.
You know, didn't want. You gonna fish and shit to the? Oh damn. All right.
No problems.
Where's that boss? I can hear Vader. Feels bad for that Vader. He got destroyed in the corner there. Chat, I managed to get my room painted soon as well, which is nice. Ah! Just random. I'm just chilling. Can I? But I guess not. Yeah. Crazy. It's like in the modern day things that you want to talk about something else. You don't want to talk about it, but it's like everything you try to do or play on just relies on that factor. It's like, ugh. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, chat? By the way, if anyone hasn't joined the Discord and wants to join the Discord, my moderator can put it in chat for you. He'll help you out, get you sorted.
You're a monster.
You're a monster. I got to go as in Sub's video. You're gonna leave the stream for Sub's video? Wow. Feels good, man. I'm bored, yeah. Battlefront's been dry recently. No cap. There you go.
Did your best.
Ah, it's dry, yeah. Indeed it is. Oh. Joshua Moreno, welcome, Marrero, sorry. Welcome to the stream, not Moreno, Marrero. I haven't played the game for a while. It's dry, yeah. Yeah, it is dry. There's no denying that. That's why I think the whole outbreak and DICE Studios working from home is going to be actually really bad for the game and the game's health. If they can't sort the stuff out and get the updates out quickly, I think it could be actually... It's a video I actually want to make, but it could be fatal for the game's future and lifespan, actually. Intro to your vid was something I think I've seen that's similar. Yeah, I know. It's the same thing for... it's the same thing for Stupendous Wave. It's the same, because we're both affiliated with the same brand. If anyone does want to buy any merchandise, by the way, you can check the description. Support the channel. I'm gonna watch the E-Man. Bye. Alright, bro. See you in a bit. But how's everything? Physically, I feel like quite drained, to say the least. Like yesterday, Rogues, when I went to sleep yesterday, I got up at 20 to 2 in the morning and I've been awake since.
You were supposed to report back to court.
And I just feel like trash.
Tatooine's favorite son saves the day. The Force will be with Luke Skywalker. Always.
GG though. Yeah. What is your favourite Battlefront 2 mod? Oh, that's a good question. Now, in terms of the cleanest mod, like the best one that's been done, probably when we had the old mod manager and we had Django Fett with the sound mod for the blaster and this the voice lines. With the voice lines, we had the sounds of the blaster and we had the skin. Beautiful pack. I did like the Mandalorian mod as well. I don't like the new one because it's on Han Solo and it just looks too beefy. And the Padme mod was nice. And also the Luke poncho skin was nice for Endor. You're drained. I'm doing revision for GCSEs that don't even know when will happen. Well, yeah, but hey, doing YouTube is hard every single day. But I was watching in your latest video. When did that show off the match? When you did that show off of the match, it was neat. Yeah, the dude, the company sent it to me so I could use it for the videos. It's also once we get a new PC, I think I might have like a translucent like slideshow. So like somewhere on the screen there's gonna be a little screen and you swipe through some of the clothes and you can see it. So it's gonna look nice. Yes, Vader chat. Look at my level, man. Do you know the one? This has to be the best voice line for Vader, right? And you guys are gonna hate me for this, but in terms of the actual sound, like how beast Vader sounds, in the clip where Kylo meets Palpatine, and then he says he's been every voice inside your head, and it's like really strong. It's like inside your head. That is the best. If we had a standalone Vader movie, we have to have that voice lineage for Vader, all of his quotes. Spot to use them email next time, perhaps? Maybe, depending. If it's more related to like generalized stuff, then yeah. But if it's Star Wars based and it's like more specific, then probably I will use that again. Zoom the Ninja, hello. Hello there. You got the Vader, yes. I made vid on my phone. Okay, no promoting. No promoting in the YouTube, please. Only in Discord.
2 days, Matt. A Titanic trial by termination. Will it be waiting?
It's explaining what lightsaber is.
Find out.
Yeah, I mean, I was just asking. I didn't need a whole video, to be honest. I don't want a multicolored lightsaber. I just want a solid color.
So begin the death of the light.
Oh yeah, Raph, I'm not getting the PC because of obviously real life events. We're having to stockpile and use our money for that, so I mean, I've got 100 on me right now that I got for something. And I'm getting a new mic that my mum was like, okay, so I can't buy a new PC, but you can just get this on me. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Have they got a team full of shooters? Yeah, they do. Hey, it's disco time! Yeah. It will add up eventually. I feel like, to be honest, it's gonna be really tough to go with this PC. I know, I know. Yeah, I know. I said to my mom, even if you can give me like part of it, so I can at least like put it towards a cheaper PC, that's still gonna be a little bit of an upgrade. but there's nothing I can do. I said to her, 100%, I'm gonna get the PC before she gives me back any of my money, and then she's gonna need to give me that, and then yeah, it's just gonna be it's gonna be weird. That's probably why you should have bought it earlier, like I said. We couldn't see the crisis coming back then. Yeah, but also at the time, when I should have bought it back earlier, I couldn't have, because she gave what I had. I didn't have the full $690 to go and buy the computer, the cheaper one anyway. I didn't have that. I had like $340, and then she used it, and then I had another payment, and then she used it, and then I had my other payment a couple days ago, she used it. So all of it's like put up together, and then plus what she owes me from ages ago. Yeah. That's why it's difficult. Nakatana. Yeah, see. You didn't sell the currents at the PC though. Yeah, I know. I had that on top. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah. If that's that, no, I'm busy. What do you want? No. Gustav, welcome to the stream, bro. Something. I wish I could duplicate my PC for you. Hey, if any PC companies want to sponsor the stream, you know, email's wide open. I would have given you enough. Yeah, I would have. But then I would have been out. I would have been without content for a while. And that time was like just before the Endor update, which granted me like another 150 subs with the 2 streams that I got through with it. But at the same time, it crashed. The stream crashed on the things. I don't know. It's trash.
Is this worth your life?
Because I need 60 to take out, and I've already. Hey, on the and it's not been added on the last 3 days because it updates every 2 days, and then applies the next day. New generation rap. You have school? No, I don't. Welcome to the stream, bro. Fanatic just comes and give it everything you need. Yeah, that would be nice. It's got worse in my school. I had half people in every class and a lot of supply teachers. I'm still in school. I have no skill for 5 weeks, damn. Make more TikTok vids, make more, nah. Because the content just wouldn't be the same. It's generalized content. Can't do that. That would not be the Jedi way. Watch this. Jump over him. Oh, the FPS, you love to see it, boys, yep. As this is Battlefront mainly, stay relevant. Yeah. Thanks, I'm good. I'm about to join the game. Alright, bro. Nice. If you could share the stream, that'd be greatly appreciated. Then check out my news video I made this morning.
I'll take them myself.
Nice.
Enemy numbers still need to be reduced by half.
Your fear of me controls this is a lost cause.
I'm gonna look. Nice. Only I remember the shield blocks lightsaber through.
These are the fruits of truth.
Commanding performance from Iden Versio.
Martin 144 gameplays, welcome to the stream. How you doing, man?
Lost too much time.
In a bit, Joe. I'm gonna leave coming back soon. Alright, man. Don't be too long. It's gonna be kind of cheesy, sorry. I really don't think you predicted grades. Yeah, I know. Your predicted grades are pretty good, right? Who disliked the stream? I know you're watching the stream, leaves. So somebody just disliked the stream and then left. Okay.
Lead taken by scary looking enemies.
Yeah, I'm a Wookiee and I can roll out of a Sith's, no, I can just, you know, roll out of one of those. I'm going to play now, but I have the stream on in another window. Yeah, that's fine. Prince Pringle Sauce, welcome to the stream. I've been expecting you.
Too slow.
Just like...
Savage.
In 15 minutes. Chat, I could do a live reaction and upload that to YouTube. That could be an idea. We'll do a live reaction to the... should we do it? A live reaction to the PS4 trailer. Will I get copyrighted for that though? But yeah, we could do a live reaction. Chicken cheese donut, welcome to the stream, bro. What's up, man? What I could do is do that, and then I could stream for an hour or two, and then upload my reaction to the PS4 trailer, PS5. Is it the actual PS5 trailer or the road to PS5 or what? Is it like the actual trailer? I don't want to just upload something that's not worth it. If it's the actual trailer for the PS5, like the release trailer, then I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
And die.
The villainous killing spree continues.
It's road. Wait, so is it the actual trailer? Like, is it like the final trailer? Or is it going to be the first time we see the PS5? Is it going to be big? Because if it's big, then I'll do a trailer on it, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Defy me?
Anyone know when Scarif comes out? It should be next week or the week after.
How many arms does Grievous need?
So I should do it live. Yeah, that was my plan. This premiere at 4 o'clock. Yeah, Raph, that was my plan. And then I would end the stream at 5 or so, and then like re-upload. Or I could probably re-upload it on stream, depending on how good my speeds are. Probably not actually. I'd have to, yeah.
You cannot harm me.
Grievous makes today's heroes suffer as he delivers a crushing
That
final
other
blow.
team was really irritating. My school was shut down because of... Okay. The graphics are supposed to be amazing? Okay. I mean, we can always take a look. We can take a look. In 10 minutes. Okay, okay. One link? No, I don't need the link. I'll be able to find it. I don't need the link. I just said I don't. Watch PS5 reveal. I will. Alright. Let me get it on another screen so I can see it. Who's it by PlayStation? Let me just search PS5. Filter live. Should be okay, I'll click that link 2 minutes before 4 o'clock. Okay, that's what we'll do. Go in there now? Okay. Okay. Alright. I'm having an apple. Well, I need a poo, to be honest. But we will delay it. So what I'll do, chat, is so basically, like, once it drops and it starts playing, I'm gonna pause it and then do my intro for a video, and then we'll speak about it. And then what I'll do is I'll watch it and then go through it, watch it, and then like go through like tad bits of it, and then at the end do like an outro. So, you know, if I don't read chat consistently, I'll look back and forth at it. So yeah, sounds good. Okay, so when it starts, I'll just pause it and just do my intro, watch the trailer once, talk a little bit about it, go through it, maybe look at the new controller if there is one or whatever, and then do an outro, and then that'll be it. Are you gonna buy Splotch? I don't have the money. I don't even have enough money to buy a new computer, let alone buy a PS4. Okay, let me grab this link. I don't want to get copyrighted some trashy music though. It's premiering here, right? I swear if there's an advert, I'm gonna shoot myself. Not really. Yeah, if they mess up the controller again, that'd be funny. Started streaming 85 minutes ago. Is this the right one, chat? Is this the right link? Is this the right one? Yeah, okay, 6 minutes. Okay, so when it hits like 20 seconds, I'm gonna do that. Oh, look at it. PS5 is gonna look. I'm in chat. Okay. Chat. There better be. See if there's a better controller. I might actually look into it. Cause didn't like the other one. Cause I don't like the home menu and I don't like the controller. Oh, I really need number 2. Holy. No, Raph, I don't need to. Why would I do that? Oh, actually, wait. Go and type a full title in Discord PM quickly. It's $300. No, it isn't. It'll be more than that. Not as much as a new PC. Well, the new Xbox has got stats strong enough for a computer. 6 min, yeah, okay. I got PS4. Yeah, but PS4 is like at launch is very exciting. Yeah, I know. Raph, give me a title. PS5. View. Yeah. Why? Save. That's better, yeah. Control C, bang. Boom. I gave you one now, yeah. I put something similar to that, yeah. It's on Discord, yeah, I got it. Perfect. Do I need to change the thumbnail? Or nah? Did I use a PlayStation logo? Do you think, chat? Images. Just to the Sony logo. If I can find one, there we go. Sugar. Why, computer? You gotta be so bad. Honestly, computer's gotta be so trash. Just change it. It's better than PS3. 3 minutes left on this. Damn. Change this. Change this one. Save. There you go. Oh! Wait. Hold on. Wait. Why is it so laggy? Oh my. I can never get anything sorted because of stupid PC. This PC's gonna be the bane of me, chat. And the quality just dipped on it. PlayStation 5. Can I just have the thing? Oh my god, it's not hard. There we go. There we go. Full size that. There we go. Here's a real link. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I got it. Close the game. But then relaunching it's going to be a pain. Ugh. It just drains the power of the PC. Decline. I'm just going to full screen this boy. Can I full screen it? You can't full screen it yet. Can't full screen it. Huge thumbs up, my friend. Dropping a like. Thank you very much, bro. Welcome to the stream. Thanks. No problem, man. So where is it? Premiere in 60 seconds. There you go. Premiere in 60 seconds. Gonna keep reloading it. Look at that, 286,000 people waiting. Damn, that's crazy. The road to PS5. Let's go, a live stream watching a live stream. Yes, sick. For me on 630, it just says there. Watching a live stream on a live stream, yeah, indeed. Like 304,000 people watching. Imagine I had those numbers, Raf. Imagine the dream. PS5, I will buy it. Will you buy it for me? Be careful. Premiere will begin shortly. Watch the like cringy premiere music. Ugh. Do 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 do. It's worth a try. One day you will splotch. Yeah, one day. Be careful. Be careful. Are we ready? Are we chilling? Are we dooming? So basically, when it premieres, and then we get the thing, and we get the timer, I'll pause it and just do my little intro, and then I'll upload a video for it. So, yeah. Right, who's hyped that we get a better controller? Come on, surely a better controller and a different menus. I'm getting for some PS4 controller, please. Nah, they'll do something different. They'll make like a chunkier controller or something. I doubt it. Oh, is it starting? Premiere in a minute. So at 30 seconds, chat. No, in a minute I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll watch a live stream in a live stream. Yeah, I know. Hey, 30! You hear that, chat? Oh, God. Right, in a minute, I'm going to do my intro. Look at that. It's called Valorant now. Yeah, I already knew that. Oh, it's... Got to reload the thing. So much suspense for nothing. Who knows? You never know. Right. I'm gonna like... Right, you ready, boys? Give it a little bit. Right, here we go, intro time. Disco time! Okay. Okay, you ready? Yo guys, welcome back to the channel, it's SplotchyBug. Now in today's video, we're going to be doing a PS5 live reaction. The PS5 live trailer is about to commence in 30 seconds. The road to PS5 as they call it. We're watching a live stream and we're currently also live streaming, so live stream in a live stream. We have chat up on the left, but this is the main party piece right here. People are, I'm assuming, hoping for a new controller and better stuff. I'm hoping for a better interface, to be honest, as well, and obviously more power. But I'm not a PS4 fan, so let's see what it's like. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Get the music on. Let's see. I'm hoping. I played every platform, so hopefully this sways my wing.
Hi.
Oh.
Unfortunately, we had to cancel the talk that we had planned for GDC.
Oh.
But we do have some super exciting news about PS5.
Oh, here we go.
And who better to bring that to you than the one and only Mark Cerny. Without further
Mark
ado,
Cerny.
over to you, Mark.
Oh, here he is. Here he is. Oh, here he is.
Lots of chances later on this year to look at the PlayStation 5 games.
Oh,
Today,
PlayStation 5
I
games?
want to talk a bit about our goals for the PlayStation 5 hardware and how they influenced the development of the console. I think you all know I'm a big believer in console generations. Once every 5 or 6 or 7 years, a console arrives with substantially new capabilities.
Okay.
There's a lot of learning by the game developers, hopefully not too overwhelming,
Prolonging
and soon there's games that could never have been created before. Now, it used to be that as a console designer, you'd somehow intuit what would be the best set of capabilities for the new
Show me the console, I want to see it, come on.
In complete secrecy. For the PlayStation consoles, that period lasted through PlayStation 3, a powerful and groundbreaking console, but also one that caused quite a lot of heartache, as it was initially difficult to develop games for.
Stop stalling, come on, let me see it.
Starting with PlayStation 4, we've taken a different approach, roughly centered around 3
Listening
principles.
to developers.
The first of these is listening to the developers, which is to say that a lot of what we put into a console derives directly from the needs and aspirations of the game creators. We definitely do have some ideas of our own, but at
I just want improved graphics, better software, better controller, better interface, and I'm buying this console.
Which is to say,
let me know in the comments if you would agree with that.
Anything we can do to make life easier for the game creators or help them realize their dreams, we will do.
Want to talk about the magic
So,
haircut?
about once every 2 years, I take a tour of the industry. I go to the various developers and publishers, sit down, and discuss how they're doing with the current consoles and what they'd like to see in future consoles. This requires weeks
Get
on
to
the
the
road,
point, yes,
reaching the bulk
chat,
of the game
exactly.
creators involved, talking to well over 100 people at something like 24 publishers and developers. And it is incredibly valuable. By the way, the feature most requested by the developers, that was an SSD.
An
Which we were
SSD?
very happy
Oh
to
my
put in
God.
hardware, but a lot of problem solving was required.
SSD
I'll be doing
or-
a deep dive on the SSD and surrounding systems later on in this talk. It's also key to make a generational leap while keeping the console sufficiently familiar.
Wait, so are we getting an SSD with the PS5?
I think about this
like
in
a stronger
terms of
one?
balancing evolution and revolution. Now, with PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, the target was a revolution each time with a brand new feature set. That was great in many ways, but time for the developers to get up and running got longer with each console. In the past, I've called this time to triangle. Here's what I had for those.
It's not Pythagoras' theorem, big
To be
man.
clear, I'm not talking
get to
about
the new
time to make a game. Developers will be
I suppose it is the
and it may
roads to
take them 6
PS5.
years or so to realize their vision. What I'm talking about is that dead time before graphics and other aspects of game development are up and running, and trying to minimize that. On the other hand, if we're trying to reduce that dead time to 0, that means
reduce
the
that
hardware
dead time now.
architecture
I want to
can't
see the
change
new
at all.
console,
We're
fam.
handcuffed. We need to judge for each feature what value it adds and whether it's worth the increase in developer time needed to support it. So with PlayStation 4,
we're moving
we were
up.
able to strike a pretty good balance between performance and familiarity. We got
Strike a good
required
balance.
learning back to PlayStation 1 levels. With PS5, the GPU was definitely the area we felt the most tension
Come
between
on.
adding new features
PS5?
and keeping
New
a
GPU?
familiar programming model. Ultimately, I think we ended up with something under a month of getting up to speed. That feels like we're striking about the right balance.
So
I'll
there's
go
a
into a
PS5
bit more
logo.
detail later today about our philosophy with the GPU and the specific feature set that resulted from it. It's also very important for us, as the hardware team, to find new dreams, by which I mean something other than CPU performance, GPU performance, and the amount of
Yeah, but
RAM.
we need that for the new
increase in
consoles.
graphics performance over the past 2 decades has been astonishing, but there are other areas in which we can innovate and provide significant value to the game creator.
Everyone's watching
and
this
through
on
them,
YouTube.
the players.
We're also
That's why
live
the
streaming, so I've got a
SSD
chat
was very
there.
much on our list of
My chat is
directions to
very
explore,
annoyed at this man
regardless of
stalling.
what came out of the conversations with game developers.
This is going to
and
be a lengthy
publishers.
video, I'll tell you that.
The biggest feature in this category is the custom engine for audio. That's today's final topic. The push for vastly improved audio, and in particular 3D audio, isn't something that came out of the developer meetings. It's much more the case that we had a dream of what might be possible 5
3D
years from
audio.
now, and then worked out a number of steps we could take to
3D
set us
audio
on that
chat.
path.
What?
So here again are the 3 principles. The first being enabling the desires of developers to drive the hardware design. To me, the SSD really is the key to the next generation. It's a game changer. And it was the #1 ask from developers for PlayStation 5. As in, we know it's probably impossible, but can you put an SSD in it?
An SSD
That
and a
was a
PlayStation
discussion
5.
we were also having
That
internally.
would make boot up times
It was
way
clear that
quicker.
the presence of a hard drive in every PlayStation 4 was having a positive impact. A lot of things that would simply have been impossible at Blu-ray disc speeds were now possible.
Who is this guy?
At the same time, though, in 2015 and 2016, when we were having these conversations, developers were already banging up against the limits of the hard drive. And a lot of developer time was being spent designing around slow load speeds. I want to focus in on just one number here, which is how long it takes to load a gigabyte of data from a hard drive. The difficulty being that hard drives are neither particularly fast nor flexible. If all your data is in one block,
He's talking about hard
which is
drives
technically
and
not very likely,
SSDs. Us
you can
PC
load
pros
50 to
know
100
this inside
megabytes a
out by the
second,
back of our
depending
hand.
on where the data is
I mean,
located
SSD was
on
in
the
a
hard drive.
PS4, that's
Let's
a
assume it's on
PS5,
the
that's a
average,
game
which
changer
means
though.
loading a gigabyte takes 10 seconds. If you compress your game packages, you can fit more data on the Blu-ray
Yes,
disc.
we know.
And
I just
also
want to see the new
effectively boost
console.
your hard drive read speed.
You're
by
putting my chat
compressing
to sleep, man.
We support zlib decompression on PlayStation 4 that gets you something like 50% more data on the disk and 50% higher.
He's acting like it's an algebraic equation, man. Come on, let me just
Unfortunately,
see.
though, it's highly likely that your data is scattered around
Mr.
in
Bleach, welcome
various
to the stream.
files on the hard
What's up,
drive,
man?
as well as sourced from multiple locations within those files. So lots of seeks are needed at 2 to 50-ish milliseconds each. My rule of thumb is that the hard drive is spending 2/3 of its time seeking and only 1/3 of its time actually loading data.
Look, it's a circle. Let's
Putting
find
all
the
of that
point of
together,
intersection.
a gigabyte is very roughly 20 seconds to load from a hard drive.
Oh my god. Put
Now,
me to
a
sleep.
gigabyte is not much data. Games are using 5 or 6 gigabytes of RAM on PlayStation 4, so boot times and load times can get pretty grim.
Yeah,
Or to put that
thank you.
differently, as a player, you wait for the game to boot, wait for the game to load, wait for the level to reload every time you die, and you wait for what is euphemistically called fast travel.
Yes.
And all of that leads to the dream. What if we could have not just an SSD, but a blindingly fast SSD?
PS5
If we
SSD
could load
target.
5 gigabytes a second from it, what would change? Now,
Instantaneous.
SSDs are completely different from hard drives. They don't have seeks as
So they're
such.
going for faster
If you have
loader
a
times.
5 gigabyte a second SSD, you can read data from 1,000 different locations in
This
that
isn't
second.
looking good so
Pretty
far.
much
If this
at
is
speed.
all they're doing.
As for time to load a gigabyte, this is next gen we're talking about, so memory is bigger. Instead, we should be asking how long to load 2 gigabytes. And the answer is about
That's good, though.
a
Yeah,
quarter
it's
of a
good.
second. I mean, that's amazing. We're talking 2 orders of magnitude, meaning very roughly 100 times faster.
100. Yeah, that's a good
Which
speed.
means at 5
but
gigabytes a second for the SSD, the potential is that the game boots in a second. There are no load screens. The game just fades down while loading a half dozen gigabytes and fades back up again.
That's
Same for a reload. You're immediately back in the action after you die. And fast travel becomes so fast it's blink and you miss it. As game creators, we go from trying to distract the player from how long fast travel is taking, like those Spider-Man subway rides, to being so blindingly fast that we might even have to slow that transition down.
You're going to...
Pretty cool, right? But for me, this is not the primary reason to change from a hard drive to an SSD. The primary reason
He's just
for
talking about an
ultra-fast
SSD. Where's the
is
PlayStation
that
5?
It gives the game designer freedom. Or to put that differently, with a hard drive, the 20 seconds that it takes to load a gigabyte can sabotage
Watch them say they're going to
the
get a
game
hard drive
that
and
the
an
developer
SSD.
is trying to create.
That'd be
I
nice.
think almost all of us in the room have experienced this, maybe in different ways. Say we're making an adventure game and we have 2 rich environments where we each want enough textures and models to fill memory.
The deadest
Which you
trailer
can
I've
do
seen
as
in my
long
life.
as you have a long staircase or elevator ride or a windy corridor where you can ditch the old assets and then take 30 seconds or so to load the new assets. Having a 30-second elevator ride is a little extreme.
Yeah,
More
great.
realistically,
I know
we'd
what SSD
probably
is.
chop the
Show me the
world
PS5.
into a number of smaller pieces and then do some calculations.
Anyone watching the video that I've
sight
re-uploaded
lines
on
and run
YouTube,
speeds,
I'm
like we
sorry
did
for this. They are taking
Haven City when
a
we were
while.
making Jack
If
2.
it's longer than
The
10
game
minutes
is
before
20
we
years
find
old,
it, I will
but not
skip
much
forward
has
to
changed
us
since then.
seeing the PS4,
All those
PS5.
twisted
Sorry.
passages are there for a reason.
As for the stream,
There's
though,
a
you're going to have to
whole
endure
subset
this
of
with
level
me.
design dedicated to this sort of
Battlefront's still
work.
going to be
But
bugging
still,
PS5,
it's
yeah.
a giant distraction for a team that just wants to make their game. So when I talked about the dream of an SSD, part of the reason for that 5 gigabyte a second target was to eliminate loads, but also part of the reason for that target was streaming. As
Streaming?
in,
Ooh.
what if the SSD is so fast that as the player is turning around, it's possible to load textures for everything behind the player in that split second? If you figure that it takes half a second to turn, that's 4 gigabytes of compressed data you can load. That sounds about right for next gen. Anyway, back to the hard drive. Another strategy for increasing effective read speed is to make big sequential chunks of data. For example, we might group all the data together for each city block. That removes most of the seeks, and the streaming
me
gets
to
faster.
sleep.
But there's a downside too, which is that frequently
Xbox
used
trailer
data
and
is
release was
included
so
in
much
many
better.
chunks and therefore is on the hard drive
Section 8, welcome to
many
the stream.
times. Marvel's Spider-Man uses this strategy, and though it works very well for increasing the streaming speed, there's a massive duplication as a result. Some of the objects like mailboxes or news racks are on the hard drive 400 times.
What even is this?
What I'm describing here are things that cramp a creative director's style. Either level design gets a little bit boring in places, or the data is duplicated so many times that it no longer fits on the Blu-ray disc. And you end up with hard limits on the player's run speed or driving speed. The player can't go faster than the load speed from the hard drive. And finally, I'm sure many of you have noticed that after a patch download, the PlayStation 4 will sometimes take a long time to install the patch.
Yeah, that's true.
That's because when just part of a file has been changed, the new data can be downloaded pretty quickly. But before the game boots up, a brand new file has to be constructed.
Yeah,
that
well, why
includes
does
the
Xbox
changed
and PC
portion.
not have the same
Otherwise,
issue?
every change would add a seek or two.
Just...
Even so, you can occasionally see this happening on game titles. They start to hitch once they get patched enough. With an SSD, though, no seeks, so no need to make brand new files with the changes incorporated into them, which means no installs as you know them today. There's yet one more benefit, which is that system memory can be used much more efficiently.
RAM?
On PlayStation 4, game data on the hard drive feels very distant and difficult to use. By the time you realize you need a piece of data, it's much too late to go out and load it. So system memory has to contain all of the data that could be used in the next 30 seconds or so of gameplay. That means a lot of the 8 gigabytes of system memory
It's been
is
50 minutes
idle.
of him just
It's
chatting
waiting
rubbish.
there to be
Come on.
potentially used. On PlayStation 5, though, the SSD is very close to being like more
Oh,
RAM. Typically,
double
it's
the
fast
RAM?
enough that when you realize
Double the
you
RAM
need
though,
a piece
chat.
of data, you can just load it from the
16 gigs
SSD
of
and use it.
GDDR6.
There's no need to have lots of data parked
Contains
in
data for
system
1
memory
second
waiting
of
to
gameplay, most
potentially
RAM
be
in
used.
active use.
A different way of saying
Okay.
that is that most
Double
of
the
the RAM
speed?
is working on the game's behalf. This is one of the reasons that 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 feels right for PlayStation 5. The presence of the SSD reduces the need for a massive intergenerational increase in size.
Okay.
So back to the dream of the SSD.
That's the
Here's
only
the set
good
of
thing they've
targets.
done.
Boot the game in a second. No load screens. Design freedom, meaning no twisty passages or long corridors. More game on the disk and more game on the SSD. And finally, those patch installs go away. The reality, though, is that the SSD is just one piece of the puzzle. There's a lot of places where bottlenecks can occur in between the SSD and the game code that uses the data.
This is boring.
You can see this on PlayStation 4. If I use an SSD with 10 times the speed of a standard hard drive, I
ain't got nothing.
probably
You seen
see
the new
only
Xbox?
double the loading speed, if that. For PlayStation 5, our goal was not just that the SSD itself be 100 times faster. It was that game loads and streaming would be 100 times faster. So every single potential bottleneck needed to be addressed. And there are a lot of them. Let's look at check-in and what happens when its overhead gets 100 times larger. Conceptually, check-in is a pretty simple process. Data is loaded into system memory from the hard drive or SSD. It's examined, a few values are tweaked to check it in, and then it's moved to its final location. At the SSD speeds we're talking about, that last part, moving the data, meaning copying it from one location to another, takes roughly an entire next-gen CPU core. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. If all the overheads get 100 times larger, that will cripple the frame rate as soon as the player moves, and that massive stream of data starts coming off the SSD. So to solve all of that, we built a lot of custom hardware, namely a custom flash controller and a number of custom units in our main chip. The flash controller in the SSD was designed for smooth and bottleneck-free operation, but also with games in mind.
The only
For example,
good thing that
there are
we've
6
taken from
levels
this,
of priority.
I'm just going to pause it here quickly. The only good thing we've taken from this is that it's got double the RAM, faster load times, and no long installs, which is good enough. But no one's going to pay for a new console for that. You might as well just buy a separate SSD or an extra hard drive and just plug it in to the PS4.
Having multiple priority levels,
unless they have better graphics and all this other stuff,
get loaded
then there's no point.
On one side, that flash controller connects to the actual flash dies.
Don't get baited, that is not a new controller.
To reach our bandwidth target of 5 gigabytes a second, we ended up with a 12-channel interface.
And then we might see a model. Yeah, no, let me see a model.
The resulting bandwidth we've achieved is actually 5.5 gigabytes a second. With a 12-channel interface, the most natural size that emerges for an SSD is 825 gigabytes.
Wow.
The key question for us was, is that enough? I mean, it's tempting to add more, but flash certainly doesn't come cheap. And we have a responsibility
and a hard drive
to
in there. Boom, 1.5 gig at least.
With regards to what we put in the console. Ultimately, we resolved this question by looking at the play patterns of a broad range of gamers. We examined the specific games that they were playing over the course of a weekend or a week or a month, and whether that set of games would fit properly on the SSD. We were able to establish that the friction caused by reinstalls or redownloads would be quite low. And so we locked in on that 825 gigabyte size, while also preparing multiple strategies so that those who want more storage can add it. I'll go through the details in a moment. Back to the flash controller.
Okay.
On the other side, it connects to our main custom chip via 4 lanes of Gen 4 PCIe. And inside the main custom chip is a pretty hefty unit dedicated to I/O. Before we talk about what that does, let's talk compression for a moment. PlayStation 4 used zlib as its compression format. We decided to use it again on PlayStation 5, but on my 2017 tour of developers, I learned about a new format called Kraken from Rad Game Tools. It's like zlib's smarter cousin. Simple, similar types of algorithms, but about 10% better compression, which is pretty big. That means 10% more game on the UHD Blu-ray disc or on the SSD. Kraken had only been out for a year, but it was already becoming a de facto industry standard. Half of the teams I talked to were either using it or getting ready to evaluate it. So we hustled and built a custom decompressor into the I/O unit, one capable of handling over 5 gigabytes of Kraken format input data a second.
Oh wow, that's Kraken.
After decompression, that typically becomes 8 or 9 gigabytes. But the unit itself is capable of outputting as much as 22 gigabytes a second if the data happen to compress particularly well.
I just want to quickly see the live channel.
By the way, in terms of performance, that custom decompressor equates to 9 of our Zen 2 cores. That's what it would take to decompress the Kraken stream.
Oh my god, that's great. That is great.
There's a lot more in the custom I/O unit, including a dedicated DNA controller. The game can direct exactly where it wants to send the data coming off of the SSD. This equates to another Zen 2 core or two in terms of its copy performance. Its primary purpose is to remove check-in as a bottleneck. There's 2 dedicated I/O
I've got video for
coprocessors
this,
and a large
honestly,
RAM
inside a
pool.
video,
These aren't
inside a
Zen
stream,
2
inside a video,
cores.
inside a
They're
video.
principally to direct the variety of
Most
custom hardware.
boring stream
around
ever
it.
for a console release.
One of the coprocessors
Dead
is
on
dedicated
release.
to SSD I/O.
This is what
this
this
lets
is.
us bypass traditional file I/O and its
No,
bottlenecks.
just tell us
when
this.
reading
We're
from the
planning for an SSD. Boom,
The
that's
other
it,
is
sorted.
responsible for memory mapping, which I know doesn't sound like anything related to the SSD, but a lot of developers map and remap memory as part of
It sounds like they're just trying to sell it to
and
developers.
This too can become
That's
a
what it
bottleneck.
souned like.
There are
That's
coherency
all he's
engines
talked
to
about.
assist the coprocessor.
SSDs and developers.
Coherency
It's like,
comes up a
come
lot
on.
in places. Probably the biggest coherency issue is stale data in the GPU caches. Flushing all of the GPU caches whenever the SSD is read is an unattractive option. It could really hurt the GPU performance. So we've implemented a gentler way of doing things.
Yeah, big deal.
Where the coherency
The only thing that the
engines
SSD is
inform the
reduces
GPU
load
of the
times.
overwritten address
That's it.
ranges, and custom scrubbers in several dozen GPU caches
scrubbers.
to pinpoint evictions of just those address ranges. The best thing is, as a game developer, when you read from the SSD, you
Let's
don't
see a
need to
minute.
know any of this. You don't even need to
650,000
know
people
that
watching
your data
this.
is compressed.
You're
just
doing
indicate
so much more
what
with
data
that.
you'd like to
Oh
read
my.
from your original uncompressed file and where you'd like to put it, and the whole process of loading it happens invisibly to you and at very high speed. Back to the dream. Thanks to all of that
Back to
surrounding
the
hardware,
dream.
our 5.5 gigabytes a second really should translate into something like 100 times faster I/O than PS4 and allow the dream of no load screens and super fast streaming to become a reality. Having said that, expandability of our SSD is going to be quite important. Flash is costly, and you may very well want to add storage to whatever we put in the console. Now, the kind of storage you need depends on how you're going to use it. If you have an extensive PlayStation 4 library and you'd like to take advantage of backwards compatibility to play those games on PlayStation 5, then a large external hard drive is ideal. You can leave your games on the hard drive and play them directly from there, thus saving the pricier SSD storage for your PlayStation 5 titles. Or you can copy your active PlayStation 4 titles to the SSD. If your purpose in adding more storage is to play PlayStation 5 titles, though, ideally you would add to your SSD storage. We will be supporting certain M2 SSDs. These are internal drives that you can get on the open market and install in a
He's
bay
literally just
in the
saying what I said for
PlayStation
the
5.
PS4, but
As
for the
for which ones we
PS5.
support,
You could get a
when,
PS4 and just
or
put
the
another hard
connection
drive in it and use
They
that hard
connect
drive for the
through
main
the
games you
custom
play to get
I/O
faster
unit,
boot
just like
ups.
our
But no,
SSD
this man
does.
wants to
So
put an
they can take full
SSD, charge a
advantage
whole
of the
new
decompression,
console,
I/O
and then just go, oh, by the way,
coprocessors,
you can use your
all
hard
the
drive
other
from the
features I was
PS4.
talking about.
Well, I don't care.
Here's the catch, though. That commercial drive has to be at least as fast as ours. Games that rely on the speed of our SSD need to work flawlessly with any M2 drive. When I gave the Wired interview last year, I said that the PlayStation 5 SSD was faster than anything available on
Bro,
PC.
this man put me to sleep.
At the time,
Come on.
commercial M2 drives used PCIe 3.0, and 4 lanes of that cap out at 3.5 gigabytes a second. In other words, no PCIe 3.0 drive can hit the required spec. M2 drives with PCIe 4.0 are now out in the market. We're getting our samples and seeing 4 or 5 gigabytes a second from them. By year's end, I expect there will be
this
drives
is as
that
boring
saturate
as the
4.0
PS4's
and support
theme
7
music for the home
gigabytes
screen.
a second.
No
Having
cap.
said that, we are comparing apples and oranges.
Sounds
though,
like a
because
voice from the heavens.
That commercial
Like the
M2
music
drive
from the
will have
heavens.
its own
It's just
architecture, its own
boring.
flash controller, and so on. For example, the NVMe specification lays out a priority scheme for requests that the M2 drives can use. And that scheme is pretty nice, but it only has 2 true priority levels. Our drive supports 6. We can hook up a drive with only 2 priority levels, definitely, but our custom I/O unit has to arbitrate the extra priorities rather than the M2 drive's flash controller.
If they don't show
and
the
so
PS5
the
here,
M2 drive
not
needs
buying
a
it.
little extra speed to take care of
Just
issues arising from the different approach.
I refuse.
That commercial drive also needs
could be a
to
30-minute
physically
video.
fit inside of the bay we
I
created.
just want to talk for
in
30
PlayStation
minutes
5
about the
for
same
M2
thing.
drives. Unlike internal hard drives, there's unfortunately no standard for the height of an M2 drive. And some M2 drives have giant heat sinks. In fact, some of them even
I buy
have their own
Xbox. Yeah, I'm
fans.
getting the Xbox. 100%. This is
Right
trash.
now, we're getting M2 drive samples and benchmarking them in various ways. When games hit beta as they get ready for the PlayStation 5 launch at year-end, we'll also be doing some compatibility testing to make sure that the architecture of particular M2 drives isn't too foreign for the games to handle. Once we've done that compatibility testing, we should be able to
It's an
start letting you
M.2
know
drive. It's the
which
same as an
drives will physically
SSD.
fit and which drive samples have benchmarked appropriately high in our testing.
one cares.
It would be great if that happened by launch, but it's likely to be a bit past it. So please hold off on getting that M2 drive until you hear from us. Okay, back to our principles. Balancing evolution
Oh
and
my god,
revolution
that was the
perception.
first section,
This was
chat.
definitely
What?
a recurring theme.
Oh
with the GPU.
my god.
We need new GPU
Jesus
features and
Christ on a
capabilities.
motorbike, chat.
If we only have more performance, it's not really a new generation of console. Of course, many of these capabilities result in more performance. That's part of why a PlayStation 5 teraflop is more powerful than a PlayStation 4 teraflop. But we aren't just looking for the performance. We also need the ability
talked about
to
an
do
SSD
something with the GPU
for 25
that could
minutes.
not have been done before. And we need
Have a
higher
day
performance
off,
for what?
honestly.
Every time we double the performance of some GPU component, we don't want to find out we've doubled the power consumed and the heat produced. But at the same time, we have to make sure the GPU can run PS4 games, and we have to ensure that the architecture is easy for the developers to adopt. Now, backwards compatibility was handled masterfully by AMD. They treated it as a key need throughout the design process. As our solution to adding new features without blindsiding developers, we made sure that if there were new significant features, it would be optional to use them. The GPU supports ray tracing, but you don't have to use ray tracing to make your game. The GPU supports primitive shaders, but you can release your first game on PlayStation 5 without making any use of them.
No one cares.
Before I get into the capabilities of the GPU, I'd like to make clear 2 points that can be quite confusing. First, we have a custom AMD GPU based on their RDNA 2 technology. What does that mean? AMD is continuously improving and revising their tech. For RDNA 2, their goals were, roughly speaking, to reduce power consumption by re-architecting
We're at
the
25
GPU to
minutes
keep data close
for an
to where
SSD,
it's
and
needed,
I bet you
to
we're going to spend
optimize
25
the
minutes going
GPU
over the
for performance,
GPU.
and to add a new, more advanced feature set. But that feature set is malleable, which is to say that we have our own needs for PlayStation, and that can factor into what the AMD roadmap
Show me the
becomes.
PS5.
So collaboration is born. If we bring concepts to AMD that are felt to be
knock it down
widely
now.
useful, then they can
What
be
the
adopted
cow, man?
into
What
RDNA 2
the freak
and
out?
used
Let's
broadly,
just stand the
including
freak
in
up. Like,
PC
what the
GPUs.
freak?
If the ideas are sufficiently specific to what we're trying to accomplish, like the GPU cache scrubbers I was talking about, then they end up being just for us. If you see a similar discrete GPU available as a PC card at roughly the same time as we release our console, that means our collaboration with AMD succeeded. In producing technology useful in both worlds.
yeah.
It doesn't mean that we as Sony simply incorporated the PC part into our console. This continuous improvement in AMD
I told
technology means
you.
it's dangerous to rely on teraflops as an absolute indicator of performance, and CU count should be avoided as well. In the case of CPUs, we all understand this. The PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 each have 8 CPUs, but we never think that meant the capabilities and performance are equal. It's the same for CUs. For one thing, they've been getting much larger over time. Adding new features means adding lots of transistors. In fact, the transistor count for a PlayStation 5 CU is 62% larger than the transistor count for a PlayStation 4 CU.
This is boring.
Second, the PlayStation 5 GPU is backwards compatible with PlayStation 4. What does that mean? One way you can achieve backwards compatibility is to put the previous console's chipset in the new console, like we did with some PlayStation 3s. But
Well,
that's,
if
of
you've
course,
already done this, you don't need to
extremely
go
expensive.
over it.
A better way is
Xbox
to
done this
incorporate
years
any
ago.
differences in the previous
Come
console's
on.
logic
The new
Instant
Xbox
and
compatible
new
with
consoles
keyboard and mouse
often
and all these
ship,
other new features
meaning
and
that
have better skill
even
sets.
as the technology
This
evolves,
is
the logic and
trash.
feature set that PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro titles rely
Legacy
on is
mode.
still available in backwards compatibility modes. One advantage of this strategy is that once backwards compatibility is in the console, it's in. It's not as if a cost down will remove backwards compatibility like it did on PlayStation 3. Achieving this unification of functionality took years of efforts by AMD, as any roadmap advancement creates a potential divergence in logic. Running PS4 and PS4 titles at boosted frequencies has also added complexity. The boost is truly massive this time around, and some game code just can't handle it. Testing has to be done on a title-by-title basis. Results
It's
are
not going to flop.
excellent,
It's
though.
dead on arrival.
We recently took a look at the top 100 PlayStation 4 titles as ranked by playtime, and we're expecting almost all of them to be playable at launch on PlayStation 5.
No one cares.
With regards to new features,
it
as
should
I
be
said,
launchable
our
anyway,
strategy was to
PS5.
try to break new ground,
new features, come
but
on.
at the same time not to require use of the new GPU capabilities.
Come on, new features.
For more than a decade, GPUs have imposed a restriction on game engines. Software handles vertex processing, but for the most part, dedicated hardware is responsible for the triangles and other geometry that the vertices form. That means it's not possible to do even basic optimizations, such as aborting processing of a vertex if all geometry that uses it is off-screen. PlayStation 5 has a new unit called the Geometry Engine, which brings handling of triangles and other primitives under full programmatic
Pythagoras'
control.
theorem.
As a game developer, you're free to ignore its existence and use the PlayStation 5 GPU as if it were no more capable than the PS4 GPU, or you can use this new intelligence in various ways. Simple usage could be performance optimization, such as removing backfaced or off-screen vertices and triangles. More complex usage involves
he's going to keep
something
talking till they
called
launch the
primitive
PS5.
shaders, which allow the game to synthesize geometry on the fly as it's being rendered. It's a brand new capability. Using primitive shaders on PlayStation 5 will allow for a broad variety of techniques, including smoothly varying level of detail, addition of procedural detail to close-up objects, and improvements to particle effects and other visual special effects. Another major new feature of our custom RDNA 2-based GPU is ray tracing, using the same strategy as AMD's upcoming PC GPUs.
Okay, that's not bad.
The CUs contain a new specialized unit called the intersection engine.
This is like,
which can
gives you
calculate
like
the intersection of
reflectory,
rays
like
with
high
boxes
definition.
and triangles.
Yeah,
to use the intersection
look at
engine,
the quality
first
in the
you build
eye
what
there.
is called an acceleration structure.
Okay,
It's
that's
data
okay.
in RAM that contains
But no one
all
cares.
of your geometry.
There's
a specific set of formats you can use. They're variations on the same BVH concept. Then, in your shader program, you use a new instruction.
He's
that
literally
asks the
selling the
intersection
console
engine
to
check
developers,
array
chat.
against
All he's talked
the
about is
BVH.
SSDs, ray
While
tracing,
the
new
intersection
GPUs,
engine is processing the
AMD. He's
requested
selling
ray
it.
triangle or ray box intersections, the shaders are free to do other work. Having said that, the ray tracing instruction is pretty memory intensive, so it's a good mix with logic-heavy code.
Logic-heavy code.
There's of course no need to use ray tracing. PS4 graphics engines will run just fine on PlayStation 5.
Oh,
but
okay. So
it presents an opportunity for those interested. I'm thinking it'll take less than 1 million rays a second to have a big impact on audio. That should be enough for audio occlusion and some reverb calculations. With a bit more of the GPU invested in ray tracing, it should be possible to do some very nice global illumination. Having said that, adding ray-traced shadows and reflections to a traditional graphics engine could easily take hundreds of millions
here for 30
of
minutes
rays
now,
a
chat.
second, and full ray tracing could take billions. How far can we go? I'm starting to get quite bullish. I've already seen a PlayStation 5 title that's successfully using ray tracing-based reflections in complex animated scenes with only modest costs. Another set of issues for the GPU involved size and frequency. How big do we make the GPU, and what frequency do we run it at? This is a balancing act. The chip has a cost, and there's a cost for whatever we use to supply that chip with power and to cool it. In general, I like running the GPU at higher frequency. Let me show you why. Here's 2 possible configurations for a GPU roughly of the level of the PlayStation 4 Pro. This is a thought experiment. Don't take these configurations too seriously. If you just calculate teraflops, you get the same number.
Look,
but actually,
645,000
noticeably
people.
different because
Cough,
teraflops
you're
is
killing me,
defined as
Zed.
the computational capability
Look
of
at
the
this,
vector
it's so
ALU.
dead.
That's just one part of the GPU. There are a lot of other units. And those other units all run faster when the GPU frequency is higher. At 33% higher frequency, rasterization goes 33% faster. Processing the command buffer goes that much faster. The L2 and other caches have that much higher bandwidth, and so on. About the only downside is that system memory is 33% further away in terms of cycles. But the large number of benefits more than counterbalance that. As a friend of mine says, a rising tide lifts all boats. Also, it's easier to fully use 36 CUs in parallel than it is to fully use 48 CUs. When triangles are small, it's much harder to fill all those CUs with useful work. So there's a lot to be said for faster, assuming you can handle the resulting power and heat issues, which frankly, we haven't always
The
done
stream is
the best
literally
job.
dying because of how
Part of the
dead
reason
this
for
man
that
is.
Historically, our process for setting CPU and GPU frequencies has less work with regards to how much electrical power games will consume and how much heat will be produced as a result inside of the console. Power consumption varies a lot from game to game. When I play God of War on my PS4 Pro, I know the power consumption is high just by the fan noise. But power isn't simply about engine quality. It's about the minutiae of what's being displayed and how. It's counterintuitive, but processing dense geometry typically consumes less power than processing simple geometry, which is, I suspect, why Horizon's map screen, with its low triangle count, makes my PS4 Pro heat up so much. Our process on previous consoles has been to try to guess what the maximum power consumption during the entire console lifetime might be, which is to say, the worst case scene in the worst case game, and prepare a cooling solution that we think will be quiet at that power level. If we get it right, fan noise is minimal. If we get it wrong, the console will be quite loud for the higher power games, and there's even a chance that it might overheat and shut down if we misestimate power too badly. PlayStation 5 is especially challenging because the CPU supports 256-bit native instructions that consume a lot of power. These are great here and there, but presumably only minimally used. Or are they? If we plan for major 256-bit instruction usage, we need to set the CPU clock substantially lower or noticeably increase the size of the power supply and fan. So, after much discussion, we decided to go with a very different direction on PlayStation 5.
Okay, let me see.
We built a GPU with 36
Told
CUs.
you, still talking
Mind
about
you,
GPU.
RDNA 2 CUs are large. Each has 62% more transistors than the CUs we were using on PlayStation 4. So if we compare transistor counts, 36 RDNA 2 CUs equates to roughly 58 PlayStation 4 CUs. It is a fairly sizable GPU. Then we went with a variable frequency strategy for PlayStation 5, which is to say we continuously run the GPU and CPU in boost mode. We supply a generous amount of electrical power
Get the turbo
and then
lasers on,
increase the
boys.
frequency of GPU and CPU until they reach the capabilities of the system's
We got the
cooling
power
solution.
mushrooms from Mario
It's
Kart,
a
so we go
completely
faster.
different
Woo!
paradigm. Rather than running at constant frequency and letting power vary based on the workload, we run at essentially constant power and let the frequency vary based on the workload. We then tackled the engineering challenge of a cost-effective and high-performance cooling solution designed for that specific power level. In some ways, it becomes a simpler problem because there are no more unknowns. There's no need to guess what power consumption
Get the all-star
the worst case game might have. As for the details of the cooling solution, we're saving them for our teardown. I think you'll be quite happy with what the engineering team
Superstar, whatever it's
came
called,
up
yeah.
with.
The cannon power
So,
up, yeah.
how fast can we
So-
run the GPU and CPU with this
The golden
strategy?
mushroom.
The simplest approach would be to look at the actual temperature of the silicon die and throttle the frequency on that basis. But that won't work. It fails to create a consistent PlayStation 5 experience. It wouldn't do to
You don't
run
know
a
what the
console slower
PlayStation...
simply
I can't
because
speak,
it was in a
this
hot
is
room.
trash.
So rather than look at the actual temperature of the silicon die, we look at the activities that the GPU and CPU are performing and set the frequencies on that basis, which makes everything deterministic and repeatable. While we're at it, we also use AMD's Smart Shift technology and send any unused power from the CPU to the GPU so it can squeeze out a few more pixels.
Oh,
The
wow.
benefits of
Pixels.
this strategy are quite large.
Losing brain
Running a
cells.
GPU
Dude,
at 2 gigahertz was looking like an unreachable target with the old fixed frequency strategy. With this new paradigm, we're able to run way over that. In fact, we have to cap the GPU frequency at 2.23 gigahertz so that we can guarantee that the on-chip logic operates properly. 36 CUs at 2.23 gigahertz is 10.3 teraflops, and we expect the GPU to spend most of its time at or close to that frequency. Similarly, running the CPU at 3 gigahertz was causing headaches with the old strategy. But now we can run it as high as 3.5 gigahertz. In fact, it spends most of its time at that frequency. That doesn't mean all games will be running at 2.23 gigahertz and 3.5 gigahertz. When that worst-case game arrives, it will run at a lower clock speed, but not too much lower. To reduce power by 10%, it only takes a couple of percent reduction in frequency, so I'd expect any downclocking to be pretty minor. All things considered, the change to a variable frequency approach will show significant gains for PlayStation gamers. The final of our three principles was about finding new dreams. It's important for us on the hardware team to find new ways to expand or deepen gaming, and that's what led us to a focus on 3D audio. As players, we experience the game through the visuals, through audio, and through the feedback we receive from the controller.
Downclocking is where like something becomes weaker because what you're putting on the system can't handle it, so it downgrades the GPU to match the powerfulness.
Visuals are, of course, important, but the audio team on a game project has to do a lot with a little. For example, on PlayStation 4, there's fierce competition for the Jaguar CPU cores. Audio typically ends up getting just a fraction of a core. That's not much of a computational resource, particularly when you consider that the visuals run at 30 or 60 frames a second, but audio processing needs to happen at almost 200 times a second. So it's been tough going making forward progress on audio with PlayStation 4, particularly when PlayStation 3 was such a beast when it came to audio. The SPUs in Cell were almost a perfect device for audio rendering. Simple pipelined algorithms could really take advantage of asynchronous DMA and frequently reached 100% utilization of the floating point unit. There's unfortunately nothing comparable on PlayStation 4. Probably the most dramatic progress in the PlayStation 4 generation has been with virtual reality. The PSVR hardware has its own audio unit. It supports about 50 pretty decent 3D sound sources. And this provided a hint as to where we could go with audio, as well as some valuable experience. Not to oversimplify, but here were our goals for audio on PlayStation 5. The first goal was great audio for everyone, not just VR users or soundbar owners or headphone users. That meant audio had to be part of the console.
640,000 people watching this.
The second goal was to support hundreds of sound sources. We didn't want developers to have to pick and choose what sounds would get 3D effects and which wouldn't. We wanted every sound in the game to have dimensionality. And finally, we wanted to really take on the challenges of presence and locality. Now, when we say presence, we mean the feeling that you're actually there. You've entered the matrix. It's not, of course, something we thought we could perfectly achieve, but the idea was that if we stopped using just a rain sound and instead used lots of 3D audio sources for raindrops hitting the ground at all sorts of locations around you, then at some point your brain will take a leap and you begin to have this feeling of real presence inside the virtual world of the game.
No one cares.
This has the capacity to
Shut up, man!
appreciation
Shut up! Shut up!
Just like music in a game does. The concept of locality is simpler. It's just your sense of where the audio is coming from. To the right of you, behind you.
5 minutes, yeah.
This can immerse you further in the game, and it can also directly enhance the gameplay. To use Dead Space as an example, I know, old school, you're fighting enemies in fairly dark, spooky locations. Back in the day, if you played the game using the TV speakers, you could tell that there was one last enemy growling and hunting you down, but it was difficult to tell quite where that enemy was.
That's why the 7.1 Dolby surround sound.
You could tell that the enemy was somewhere on the right, which lets you deduce, if you couldn't see it, that it must be somewhere behind and to your right. But with 3D audio with good locality, the idea is you know the enemy is precisely there, and you turn and you take it out. So, how do we know where a sound is coming from in the first place? Well, all those bumps and folds in the ear have a meaning, evolutionarily speaking. Based on what direction the sound is coming from, sound waves bounce around inside the ear, there's some constructive and destructive interference, and the result is a change in volume. The phase of the sound also shifts, depending on what path the sound wave took to reach the ear canal. These volume changes and phase shifts are different for each direction and also vary depending on the frequency of the sound. Head size and head shape also impact the sound in a similar way.
If they don't show the console,
The way
I'm
that
gonna
the sound
fucking
changes
headbutt myself.
based on direction and
swore.
frequency can be
I'm gonna
encoded in a
headbutt the
table
ground.
called the head-related transfer function, or
Play Battlefront 2 right now.
HRTF.
Nice.
Here's part
Bro,
of
if you're new, by the way,
the
consider
vertical
subscribing.
axis is the frequency.
Liking
The
the stream.
horizontal axis
By the way,
is the
Pulp
direction,
and
front,
Mashed
back,
Potato,
left,
if
right,
you haven't,
and
go
the
check out
color
the
gives
news
the
update I
degree
made.
of attenuation
This
of
new
the
video
sound
that I've
at that
released.
frequency. The HRTF is as unique to an individual as a fingerprint is. In fact, you're looking at mine right now. Here's how we measure an HRTF. We've taken hundreds of people through this process. We put a microphone in the subject's left and right ear canals, and then sit the subject down in the middle of an array of 22 speakers. We then play an audio sweep from each speaker as we rotate the subject. In the course of 10 or 20 minutes, we're able to sample the HRTF at over 1,000 locations. Using an HRTF when rendering audio creates unparalleled quality, but it's computationally expensive. The simplest way to use an HRTF is to process a sound source to make it appear as if it's coming from one of those 1,000 locations we sample. Unfortunately, the processing has to be done in frequency domain rather than time domain, so there's multiple fast Fourier transforms needed for every sound source for every audio tick. That's a lot of multiplies. This computational complexity was the determining factor for our strategy. It meant we had to bite the bullet and design and build a custom hardware unit.
You'll be biting my bullet after this trailer if you don't show the PS5. I swear to God.
The proprietary algorithms we run on it as
You'll be
Tempest
biting the whole
3D
Splotchalorian
audio tech.
armies.
The meaning of 3D
bullets.
audio and technology should be pretty obvious here. As for Tempest, I feel it really reflects our goals with audio. It suggests a certain
all they have to
intensity
do
of
is just say
experience
surround
and also
sound
hints
to the
at your
exact point.
presence within it. We're calling the hardware unit that we built the Tempest engine. It's based on AMD's GPU technology. We modified a compute unit in such a way as to make it very close to the SPUs in PlayStation 3. Remember when I said that they were ideal for audio?
They're making sound
the Tempest
that is
engine
like
has no
10 years
caches,
old to
just like
match
an
the
SPU.
PS3 just
All
because people
data
liked
access
it,
is
even
via
though they've
DNA,
upgraded it
just
over the
like an
years
SPU.
and PS3 was good for the
Our
time.
target was that it would have
Why would
more
you
power
do that?
than a CPU
Why?
thanks to the
Why would you
parallelism
do
that
that?
a GPU can achieve,
That's
and then it
so
would be more
bad.
efficient than our GPU
Why?
thanks to the SPU-like architecture. The goal being to make possible near
He's so
100%
pleased with it. Look at his
utilization
face.
of the CU's
Look at his
vector
face.
units. Where we ended up is a unit with roughly the same SIMD power and bandwidth as all 8 Jaguar cores in the PlayStation 4 combined.
He's doing the
If
the
we
same
were to
hand
use the same
movement. He's like
algorithms as
bouncing his hands
PSVR,
twice in the
that's
center and
enough
then
for
pointing
something
to
like
the right.
5,000 sound sources. But of course, we
What?
want to use more complex algorithms, and we don't need anything like that.
Yeah, the
number
PS3
of
was way
sounds.
better, but you should make something better
It
than the
would have
PS3
been
and the PS4
wonderful if
for
our simpler strategy,
PS5,
such
not
as
go and
using
backdate because you can't make
Dolby
something
Atmos
better.
peripherals
That's
could
my
have achieved our
point.
goals, but we wanted 3D audio for all, not just those with licensed sound bars or the like. Also, we wanted many hundreds of sound sources, not just the 32 that Atmos supports. And finally, we wanted to be able to throw an overwhelming amount of processing power at the problem, and it wasn't clear what any peripheral might have inside of it. In fact, with the Tempest engine, we've even got enough power that we can allocate some to the games, to the extent that games want to make use of convolution reverb and other algorithms that are either computationally expensive or need high bandwidth. But the primary purpose of the Tempest engine remains 3D audio. Now, 3D audio is a major academic research topic. It's safe to say that no one in the world has all of the answers. And the set of algorithms that has to be invented, tuned, or implemented to realize our vision for 3D audio is immense. For example, use of HRTFs in games is quite complex. Before,
I would say let's just go
making
back
a
on
sound
Battlefront,
source
but we've been
appear
here
as
for
if
nearly
it's coming,
50 minutes.
from
We should
one of those
probably
1,000
see this
HRTF
through
sample
so we can
locations.
see the model.
But for high-quality 3D game audio, we have to handle other possibilities. The
600,000
sound
people
source might
watching
not
this.
be at one of the 1,000 HRTF sample locations, so we have to blend the HRTF data from the closest locations that we have sampled. The sound source might be moving, which needs very special handling as that blend keeps changing, and that can cause phase artifacts in the resulting audio. Or the sound source might have a size to it, meaning it should feel as if it's coming from an area
PS5
rather
is
than
mega
a single
beta.
point.
We haven't even seen
There's
it yet.
also whole categories of approaches to be handled. 3D audio can be implemented using individual
I'm
processing
jumping
of
him.
3D sound sources.
Yes.
But alternatively, ambisonics can be used for 3D audio. Ambisonics being somewhat like the spherical
I was
harmonics used in
mugging,
computer graphics.
just club him round back
And
ahead.
finally, there's audio devices.
Nah, joking.
The player might be using headphones or TV speakers or have a higher-end surround sound setup with 6 or more speakers, all of which need different
Yeah,
approaches.
Palpatine, indeed.
That's a lot of variations. It's nice to have the computational resources of the Tempest engine, but it's clear that achieving our ultimate goals with 3D audio is going to be a multi-year, step-by-step process. Having said that, headphone audio implementation is largely complete at this time. It was a natural place for us to start. With headphones, we control exactly what each ear hears, and therefore the algorithmic development and implementation are more straightforward. For TV speakers and stereo speakers, we're in the process of implementing virtual surround sound. The idea being that if you're sitting in a sweet spot in front of the TV, then the sound can be made to feel as if it's coming from any direction, even behind you. Virtual surround sound has a lot in common with 3D audio on headphones, but it's more complex because the left ear can hear the right speaker and vice versa. We have a basic implementation of virtual surround sound up and running. We're now looking at increasing the size of that sweet spot, which is to say, making the area you need to be in to feel the 3D effect larger, and we're also working to boost the sense of locality. Headphone audio is the current gold standard for 3D audio on PlayStation 5, but we're going to see what we can do to bring virtual surround sound to a similar level, after which we'll start in on setups with more speakers, such as 6-channel surround sound. It's now to the point where some of the PlayStation 5 games in development are extensively using these systems. One of the game demos allows you to toggle between conventional PlayStation 4 style stereo audio and our new 3D audio.
We've been here for nearly
I
an
listened
hour.
with just an ordinary pair of over-the-ear headphones, and wow, I could feel a difference. 3D audio has that dimensional feel to it. Conventional
this
stereo
man's playing
audio
with
feels
wireless AirPods
smashed
and his
flat by
gold
comparison.
Bentley or
The
whatever.
improvement
Wireless
is
PS4.
obvious. So, a big advancement, but have I
could be 2
entered
hours.
the
If
matrix?
it's 2 hours,
Does my
I'm
brain
all
believe I'm really there? Like I was talking about earlier when I explained our target of presence. Well, the answer is no, but you've probably caught on to what's missing here, namely whose HRTF was being used. It wasn't mine, it was the default HRTF. The audio team analyzed the hundreds that they measured and chose the one they felt was the closest fit to the total game-playing audience. This shows a piece of the default HRTF on the left and my HRTF on the right. You can see that the general features are much the same, but the details are quite different. With the default HRTF, as I said, the 3D audio sounds pretty great. When I use my HRTF, though, the audio reaches a higher level of realism,
I feel like crying,
which is to say that when using headphones and my HRTF, I occasionally get fooled and even think a sound is coming from the
you got
real
fooled,
world
you got
when it's
rickrolled.
actually
Oh
coming
my
from the
god,
game.
take the L. Oh.
A corollary to this
Give
is
it
that
a
there are a few
rest.
people whose HRTFs
Come
are
on.
sufficiently far from the default HRTF, that's the red dot here, that they can toggle between PS4 style and PS5 style audio
No one
and not
cares.
sense much difference. I've had a few people describe the PlayStation 5's 3D audio as sounding like a bit better stereo audio.
A
Presumably,
bit better,
they're
a
the ones at the
bit.
very
It took you
edges
4
of
years
this
to get a
diagram.
bit better.
Which means what HRTF you're using is key. I'd like everyone to be able to experience what I'm experiencing, but obviously it's not possible to measure the HRTF of every PlayStation user. That means HRTF selection and synthesis are going to be big topics going forward as the Tempest technology matures. At PlayStation 5 launch, we'll be offering a choice of 5 HRTFs. There's a simple test where you pick the one that gives you the best locality. That's just the first step, though. This is an open-ended research topic. Maybe you'll be sending us a photo of your ear, and we'll choose a neural network to pick the closest HRTF in our library.
500,000, yep.
Maybe you'll be sending us a video of your ears and your head, and we'll make a 3D model of them and synthesize the HRTF. Maybe you'll play an audio game to tune your HRTF. We'll be subtly changing it as you play and home in on the HRTF that gives you the highest score.
Might as well do a
meaning
core
that it
record right
matches
now.
you
Let's
the
get the
best.
pump gun, boys.
This is a journey we'll all be taking together over the next few years. Ultimately, we're committing to enabling everyone to experience that next
And what
level
about mass
of
gatherings,
realism.
chat? Isn't that not allowed?
Hopefully, I've been able to illustrate a bit about our design and decision-making process today, and why PlayStation 5 has the feature set.
No way, no model.
Now comes the fun part. We get to see how the development community takes advantage of that feature set.
Aww.
I'm hoping for the completely unexpected. Will it come from audio, ray tracing, the capabilities of the SSD, or something else? I guess we'll find out soon enough. Thank you for your time.
No way.
Today.
No way. Oh my god! Oh my god! Didn't even show us nothing. I'm seeing the chat reaction to this. Oh my god! There's no way. There's no way. There is no way. Streaming. Come join. Oh my god! There is no way! There's no way! Chat, there... No way! No! Oh my god! There's no way! We watched that for 50 minutes just to hear about a new GPU! There's no way! There is no way they just did that! No way! They didn't just do that! There's no... I'm kidding you, PS4 done! There's no way! Chat, we're all getting Xbox. We're all getting Xbox. Right, I'll launch Battlefront again. We were there 60 minutes! Just for not even a model! Not even a model, chat! What are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? Eh? Whose big brain idea was that? Like, what are they smoking over there? PS5 is trash! Everyone better get that new Xbox. Project Scorpio looks dank. Have you seen it? The new controller as well looks dank. They're saying they have a dream. They have a dream. The Xbox Scorpio is already here. Bruh. Who do they think they are? Like, come on. That's crazy. Crazy. No. We ain't getting copyrighted. No, 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 no. Wow, I just can't believe they've done that. Damn. There's no way. No way, Jose, Turkey. What? They didn't reveal anything. What? I'm just astonished that they actually even done that. Oh my. Crazy. There are no buttons on Xbox to... Yeah. Yeah, we wasted an hour.
You're enough front to everything the Jedi stand for.
Kenobi brings the death stick.
Look how starry my game is, chat. Whoa! If there was anything that confirmed that I need a new PC, chat, that was it there. Phenomenal assault. Yeah, same. Chewbacca, I would like that. What we just watched was abysmal. That was a joke. Like, how could even... Ugh. I just dampened my mood. That was trash. That was trash. My god. I'm back, Gustav. Welcome back to the stream. I'm bored the hell out. Sorry, I'm going to provide some professional gaming moments. By the way, where is Guy Gamer and Sub to Splotchbug and Pringle Sauce? And Yeetman and Snips? And Baza? Where the man them at? Marvel fan, welcome to the stream, bro. What's up, man? Look how starting my game is, chat. This just shows I need a new PS4. PS4? No. I need a new PC. Look at it. Look how started the gameplay is. Ugh. Oh my god. We're just gonna sit here so the game can render it a little bit.
And suffering when these legendary titans collide. Medical
Look how started it is. Look how started it is, chat.
The battle's barely underway, and already a villain has fallen.
Back to shirt, nice. Is it? But I'm not recording that. No, that is not going up on YouTube. A 6-minute dialogue about nothing. No chance. Look how started my gameplay is, chat. Oh my.
The villainous killing spree continues.
What?
I sense so much anger.
Wow. Was it the PS5 thing? Yeah, but we didn't even get to see the PS5 thing. There's nothing there to see.
Better move fast.
Can't wait to see the banging video about top 10 reasons Xbox is better than. Yeah. It's gonna be like most boring. Why PS5 is so trash, or the most boring trailer, gameplay, console trailer in YouTube history, or some trash like that. You get my point. Looks so bad. Literally, they could have summed it up from an hour to like 2 minutes. They could have been like, okay, so we're getting it. The dream is that we have 3 sections. First thing is a new SSD. We want an SSD with the options to extend with the old hard drive backed up from the PS4 data, but it's the plan to give you 100 times more speed. People would have been like, ah, very good. They would have been like, okay, we're doubling the RAM so you can have faster load times, so you don't have to let them sit in loading screens all the time. People would have been like, oh, okay, not bad. And then they could have said, we're upgrading the GPU to work with AMD so you can get, like, whatever the trash they said. You know, things like that. No! They had made us wait an hour. And it's like, come on.
That's enough.
Oh. Splotchy for president. No. Especially in these times right now. I don't think I'd want president. I didn't just blind her, no?
Perhaps I've misjudged the situation.
Where's Kylo?
there's no emotion, there is peace.
The guillotine. Oh god. That was truly terrible.
You've obviously never fought a Jedi, have you?
Oh my god, my PC's so trash, it's stuttering so I can't get up here. Oh really? I didn't just blind her that, you know, it's supposed to enable her abilities. No, sorry, I didn't do that. No.
Should get their attention.
Yeah, Xbox is alpha. Soundwave, welcome to the stream, bro. What's up, man? Snips, welcome to the stream. What's up, man?
Like rocks.
How you doing, yo? Pirate?
But it's risky.
Aiden.
Execution must double if you want to emerge
Oh wow.
victorious.
That trailer, the whole thing just literally killed off my stream as well.
Here's a surprise.
It's like, jeez. Hopefully we get Scarif next week. Yeah, Soundwave. If you're wondering about the whole Scarif stuff, I posted a news update this morning. You can go check that out. And if you enjoy the content, maybe you could consider subscribing or even joining our Discord.
You tried.
By the way, anyone in chat who's interested in finding out some merch and supporting the channel, you can have a look at the description. Oh, boss. My FPS is not helping me here.
Is on a Kylo spree. The pacifists are crushing the competition.
Okay. Padawan Dingo, welcome to the stream, bro. The PS5, I don't even want to talk about it. If you get a donut through Streamlabs, do you get all the money? Yes. Super chat, you get a message, but Streamlabs, I'll get all the money. They'll take a little bit off it because it's Streamlabs, but YouTube take more off it. But it goes through my AdSense, so it'll build up. So either is good, but if you did Streamlabs, it means I would get the money now. But if you did a dono through AdSense, through the super chat, I wouldn't get the money now. So if you do it through Streamlabs, let people know in the chat. That's not how much you pay, because I don't have elements on right now because my PC isn't strong enough. I'm not donating now. That's fine. Just letting you know.
The nice guys aren't finishing last this time.
Or if you do. How much money does Streamlabs take? Oh, well, YouTube take 50% and Streamlabs take 25%.
Chosen one, countless victims.
I see Boba there, that's kind of funny. Surely Streamlabs is better, yeah. But the thing with yeah. Streamlabs, but the thing with YouTube, the super chats, well, you get a message and stuff, but also it goes through the Streamlabs no, the super chat goes through the plus you can get custom GIF. Well, yeah, you can, but not right. Well, not right now because I don't have You don't have, well, I don't have streaming software that allows that, so that's what I'm saying. There won't be any GIF on the stream. So you'll have to tell us, where if you use Super Chat, you'll get the blue name in the chat. So, it's up to you. I mean, they both help, because YouTube, if you use Super Chat, it goes towards my total AdSense, will help me take money out at the end of the month. But if you do Streamlabs, it means I can get the money instantaneously. So, I mean, it's really up to you, bro. I thought Streamlabs supplied. Yeah, I can't use Streamlabs, is what I'm telling you, because my PC's too weak. It's not strong enough to run Streamlabs and stream.
Down and dirty tactics pay off.
I would be using Streamlabs, but I can't because my PC's not strong enough. Read that original trilogy game. I thought you did. I used to. Until my PC had a big poop. No, I just, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I play in like, what, 45 FPS, something like that, and I just use no elements. That's why the Super Chat is good, because then people can see what they donate. Or whatever. So, I mean, take your pick, big man. Both of them help out. Yeah. In fact, yeah, it does. Chewbacca, it does support PayPal. I'm pretty sure it does, Chewbacca. Because it takes you to my PayPal link. It should support PayPal. It's like worse than the new Xbox, yeah, I know. That's why I'm getting the Xbox. I need more water. I'm gonna head out by... Okay, see you later, man. I'm also gonna tell my friends some. Alright, bro. Thank you very much. Bye.
Please welcome the galaxy's greatest heroes, deadliest villains, and cockiest self-promoters in an epic battle for your fickle attentions.
Reconsider your actions.
Don't kill that droid. We're gonna be toast. Yeah,
Destiny takes a dark turn as the first hero falls. Who knew heroes could be so ruthless? The heroes can't stop the mole streak.
Break and attack.
The villainous killing spree continues.
Your forces are powerless.
Evil's domination continues. A commanding lead for goodness and light.
You have failed.
Am I the only one on my team doing something right now? Yes!
Mighty masters of cruelty.
There you go. I hit him.
Needless disintegration this time.
Okay. I just had an imaginary barrier. Nice double kill indeed. Oh my! What the heck? What? No.
Waste my time.
The Raging Ren is on a Kylo spree.
Easily injured.
Was it though? Of course it was. Oh, Padawan Dingleberg, thank you for the super chat. Is the PS5 trash? 1, 2, yes, 1.
Solo,
It's trash. We didn't even get to see a model. We don't really know. All we know is that they've just got an SSD and a new GPU. Rogues, be quiet. It's trash. If you disagree with that statement, I'm... Wait. Why are you voting for you? No. It is trash. Wait, I mean 1. Yeah, good. It is trash. It's trash.
Last Jedi is skywalking over the competition.
I can block. Oh, what?
Good. Gruesomely triumphs over evil.
What? Is that £1? Well, it's 2. I'm not sure actually.
I get nervous.
Okay, I'm dead. Never mind.
Cannot hide.
What is this?
Stay on guard. Take your flank. Jedi's patience only goes so.
What the?
Breaks the death sticks.
Yeah, I found out, but Chewbacca, YouTube take 50%. So, you get 160 and then you
Are midway to
cut it in
power
half.
and glory.
679 pence.
You will not survive.
What slug hole did you call out?
No escape.
But we haven't seen it. Yeah, well, you say it sounds good. They just added some more RAM. They just made the upgrades, the thingy. But the Xbox, by that status, still has a better components. It just does. Xbox all the way.
You don't need me any harm.
You're just downplaying the fact that we watched 60 minutes of some trailer and we didn't even get to see the console. Alright, be quiet, buddy.
All hail the Dark Lord of kill streaks.
Wasn't too bad. Yeah, it would have been a tiny bit more, but...
Christ.
Oh my god. Oh my god! I don't know why I just done that. You don't fight. Trying to help you, Busk. Busk, I got you. Yeah, I'm probably a dead man. How did that not hit? What are you chatting, buddy? What do you mean? You're just downplaying it. Chatting a load of gas.
Come with me.
Stand for incoming.
Let's just speed this up. It's a shame absorbing blaster fire isn't part of the Jedi training. Don't mind me.
This is gonna be clutch. Are we actually gonna pull this back?
I think not.
A fat worse than disintegration.
We might actually pull this back.
Wasting You're tired.
Not never mind. Me and other people in AOD playing against that team before really? Yeah, they sweaty boys. Do not oppose me, yeah. I've been every voice inside your head. Inside your head. Inside your head. Absolute beast. Absolute unit. Tank. Inside your head. Obi-Wan and Yoda? I was trained by Obi-Wan and Yoda. GG? Yeah, it was a pretty GG. Pretty much a GG. 211. I mean, all the PS4 trailer done was give me like 60 views. It's literally what it done. I'm so glad it's over there. We're never doing that again. People were hyping up as well. Somebody took my Vader. What the Why would you do such a thing?
Slaves of the galaxy. I mean, people of the galaxy. It is time to witness the fight of the century, the eternal conflict, the battle of battles.
Palpatine. I didn't know it was gonna be like that, alright? I thought we were actually gonna get some good content. Sony does the double over us, boys. Oh, FPS going in the bin.
Mark your squad up behind me.
You're loyal. I respect that.
Witness the power of the dark
Put my
side.
little flash down.
All hail the Dark Lord of kill streaks. Chosen one. Countless
Yeah, go on.
victims.
Can't believe any. That more smoke card's pretty good, but I don't know if it's worth.
Lead taken by scary
Maybe in
looking
HB
enemies.
it will be okay. Right, chat, so I did a news video. I don't know if there'll be any more news, but on the poll, I think like nearly 50 people voted. People want the guide, but people also wanted the loadout videos, so maybe tomorrow I upload a loadout video, and the day after I start preparing the Grievous guide,
Wait for my command.
which I've partially done. But not completed, obviously.
See the battle before you. Not I. You seem comfortable, Lando.
was really annoying when we played. Yeah, no. Seems like it. Overwatch. Yo, Pringle, you need to be a bit more active, bro. Arbiter, finally the UK schools are shutting. Yeah, I know.
I am
Nice.
lost already.
Yeah, since it did, the cases went up by nearly, like, was on the cusp of going up, like, we're nearly at 3k now. Numbers pretty much just doubled. Welcome to stream, Arbiter. Make sure to like the stream and also check out the video uploaded this morning for all the Battlefront 2 latest.
Kenobi brings the death sticks.
I'm always active. Not since you got mod, Pringle. I haven't seen you in the last like 2 or 3 days and you popped in once or twice. I'm just saying. If you're not, I think you're being inactive. I will take it away and give it to someone else who's being way more active. Just because you're watching the stream, like you got to be chatting when you're a moderator. You got to be in there with the boys. I've been here both of these.
You need to stop and think things through.
I've been here both of these past 3 days. You popped in once and never said anything, then left. Come on. Compared to what you used to, do you live in Sweden? No. I live in the UK. Compared to how active you used to be to get mods, and then now, I've seen a big dip since you got mods, is what I'm saying. So.
On a Kylo spree.
Well, Oslo for me, Raf. Well, Raf doesn't live in Oslo. He lives near it. Doesn't live in Oslo exactly though.
Chosen one, countless victims.
Did he know that?
That Jedi is skywalking over the competition.
Goes anyway, yeah, no. Oh, they haven't? Oh. Mad. I'll have a ton of sim. Welcome to the stream, bro. What's up, man? Be sure to like the stream and also share it out. Check out the video I actually uploaded this morning, by the way. We uploaded a new video this morning. We'll take a look at that.
Easy.
All hail the Dark Lord of kill streaks.
Okay, now I gotta run.
Required enemy enemies heartlessly killed. 50%.
It's quite humid over here in the UK the minute we have to go on lockdown. So okay then.
You guys again?
Okay for now, I'll be back. Okay, bro.
No shame in losing a fight.
Look, he just died out of bounds. Yeah, kill him. Kill him. Kill him now. Do it. No! Okay. We did.
Over the competition.
Yo chat, who's excited for this new microphone? You won't hear a lot of in the microphone. Oh Palpatine, did you see in the Discord server? I posted a link. I ordered a new microphone for it's a condenser mic, so it's good for both podcast and video editing. We're going up in the world. I can't order a PC, but we had enough money to spare for a new microphone. So, oh, I'm a volleyball apparently.
Chosen one. Countless victims.
Marta Senov, welcome to the stream, bro. What's up, man? How you doing, yo, pirate? So good to see you. Yo, Nokatano, can you link my most recent video in the chat, please? So people who hasn't seen it can go see it. I think that's a good idea. Go like that video if you haven't, by the way. Palpatine, put your alts on the stream and the video. Everyone, get it on there. Oh, cool splotcher, yeah. Go take a look at the new video there. Go drop it a like. Get your alts on that Palpatine. Do what must be done. I think we should grind some co-op now. Fed up of doing this. He beat me to it. Oh, you got me quicker. Let's do some Vader grinding. Vader. Stay out of the game. Incinerator's active. Nope, not cancel. There's no escape from me, Solo. I was watching like Boba quotes from or dialogue or something, and it was really good. Stay out of the game. Pay up, Vader. You're no good to me dead. He's no good to me dead. Stay out of the game. I'll get it done. I'll get it done. It's cool. I like it a lot. Vader. I'm eating while watching this. Alright, nice. Stay out of the game. How do we need one more player? Are you mad? We have two already. Oh boy. The screw. He bet screw. Yeah. Well, turns out we can't even get a game chat. Ugh. We'll back out and reload for a co-op game. Who agrees that right now Battlefront is quite dry? Put it in the chat. Who agrees? I'm not playing Kessel. I'm not playing Kessel. Stay out of the game. It's dry. I agree. Yes, Battlefront is dry. Stay out of the game. It is. I don't like... That's why I'm just scared. For like, after we get Scarif, what updates can we be assured that we're going to get, you know? Could kill the game. We don't get updates for the next like 2 months. Could kill the game. The other game. Nokia brick, yeah. Indeed. Maybe. After Scarif, I'm going to decide whether or not to do the 12-hour stream, and if we do, I'm going to install that game that you're talking about. Oh. I thought you meant Star Wars the Old Republic or whatever, Knights of the Republic, something like that. Super Seducer. Would I get demonetized for that?
When you've captured a command post, the attack can continue.
I watched so many videos on Super Seducer. Mini Minter plays it. I thought those videos were quite funny. Look at my FPS. Oh. That is what you meant, oh, okay. The FPS, look at the start chat, I don't know if that comes off on the stream. Really bad on my screen though. I can't even aim properly. My eyes are literally watering. I'm having to squint my eyes. Why? Look, damage is not registering.
Starting sweep. Princess Organa is here. Incapacitator.
Oh man. The stutter is real.
Very good.
Your
The
destiny
rebel defenses
lies
are
with
crumbling. Attack these new command posts.
me. You are as clumsy as you are stupid. I find your lack of faith disturbing.
That's alright, Palpatine.
Begin to despair.
Oh my god, the FPS is...
You cannot flee. Test my patience.
Oh, I'm fed up with this computer. Oh. I'm fed up with this computer. Please, someone end my suffering. Hope it's an PS5. Nah, they couldn't find the right one at the shops because it didn't show us an image.
Good. Second assault phase complete.
There you go. Tea and biscuits, yeah, that's the loot, man. Oh my god, FPS! Please, if somebody donates me a PC, honestly. Oh my god, please. My PC. Calm down!
Your destiny is here. Cannot harm me.
For some reason I'm getting like a darting pain in the left side of my chest. It actually really hurts. Why am I getting this darting pain on the left side of my chest? It's not a nice feeling at all.
Worthless. Do not oppose me.
Oh, my computer. Done the tick raid already. Of course.
I can feel your anger. It makes you strong. Dash them to pieces. Dark side.
The Senate, yeah. So I'm not talking much. I'm very peed off at my PC. It's just not doing the job. I don't have money of. about to go to sleep. No, PC's about to die. Oh, we won. Every time with great news.
Has been eradicated and the Rebel Alliance
And that great news is...
Lord Vader will be pleased.
Is on life support, yeah. Really? No. Nice. If that was me like a year or two ago, damn, I would have had some good grades. Okay, I got to go now, bye. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the stream chat. See you later. See you later, dudes. I've not, yeah.